Okay, so Sir, describe your vision for our school in the next 5 years.
My vision for Riverside School in the next 5 years, it would be one where students thoroughly enjoy their school experience. Students, they enjoy coming to school, enjoy learning, where they can succeed, and they have opportunities to succeed in a range of different activities, range of different subjects. And obviously moving to the new site, that will allow that kind of opportunity to become available to many students. So for me, my vision is that the enjoyment of students is the priority, and that they thoroughly really enjoy coming to school and obviously develop their learning through that.
Do you think moving to the new school was necessary for us?
Yes, I do. I mean, I've been at this school now. This is my 4th year at this school, and you know, this school has served us well. I think we've used it as well as we possibly can. But I also believe to move to the next level, to see students really extending themselves, we need a broader range of facilities. You know, if we're looking from a PE perspective, obviously having a lot more sporting facilities, even from an IT craft perspective, there's just so much more we can use there. So we see excellence on a daily basis at Riverside, but I believe that we can still see more, and I think the new site will allow us to do that.
What is special about Riverside, and what does Riverside have that other schools don't?
Very quick answer, the students. Very, very quick answer. Riverside students are as good as you're going to find across the whole country. I've worked in different cities and I've been at different schools, and I do thoroughly believe that Riverside students, and I think throughout the rest of my career, I will always refer back to Riverside students as being some of the best, some of the nicest and warmest people that I've ever worked with. That's what really does make Riverside special. Very special group of students who are all inclusive of each other's backgrounds, of the diversity within the school. And although now and again maybe there's an off day at school, I'd say, I think more often than not we do see some fantastic things from our students, and so I'd be very proud to call a Riverside student.
Okay, and what does it mean to you being the head of Year 8 at Riverside School?
I mean, the head of Year 8, it's a privileged role. I mean, once again, I refer back to the students. I mean, Alex, I think, you know, I always judge a year group or a school often on the quality of the students. If students are working very well, then that says that the teaching is very good. It says that the leadership is very good, and that says that the school's very good. And for me, being head of Year 8, you know, I see a lot of very hard-working students who, like yourself, want to not just go to lessons and obviously develop their learning and do as much as they can within the lesson, but they want to do other things. They extracurricular activities. They see opportunities like obviously what Vivian's doing here with this interview with BBC News Report, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I look at our year group, and I'm very proud to be your head of the year, and that's because again of the students within the year group, a fantastic bunch of students who really are very special and treat each other with a high amount of respect.
Okay. What makes you enjoy being a teacher at Riverside?
What makes it enjoyable? Well, I mean, that's quite tricky because I'd like to change my answer. Again, I'm going to mention the students. I think Riverside students are brilliant. I do. I think the special part of teaching is how your learning attitudes are as high as you're going to get across the whole country. You know, the moment I ask students to do something, they do it straight away. You coach each other, you take on different roles in lessons, and that makes learning quite special. It makes the lessons very enjoyable. So I would say that actually students' attitudes to learning is probably one of the biggest elements within how lessons are as enjoyable as they are at Riverside. But I would also then say it's very strong teaching staff as well. It's very good that we work alongside other members of staff who are very strong, very committed to what they do, and that passion for teaching, that passion for education, it emanates throughout the whole school. Everybody has a passion for learning, not just students but also teachers, and it makes it quite a positive learning environment to be in.
Okay, now I'm saying, imagine there's a student who's deciding if they wanted to go to Riverside or another secondary school. What would you say to them to like motivate them to come to this, like convince?
Well, first of all, I do believe that next year we'll have the best facility in the borough, or one of the best facilities in the borough. I believe that students looking at a new school will see Riverside and what it can offer within classrooms, within the sporting facility perspective, and actually look at that and think, well, this is one of the best facilities in the whole borough. Why wouldn't I want to join this school? But more importantly, I'd say is the learning that takes place. Riverside students are better learners than other students. I do truly believe that, and that is at the heart of why people come to school. Without learning, there wouldn't be any school. And the fact of the matter is, Riverside students do succeed at a higher rate than other students across this borough. So if you want to achieve everything you would like within your aspirations as such, then the best place to come to is Riverside, because I do believe we can help you achieve those hopes and dreams.
What, based on your experience so far, helps you being a teacher?
What helps me? I'd probably have to say that I think experience is big, Vivian. I think teaching is a lot about experience, about sometimes dealing with quite difficult situations, sometimes managing 10 different jobs at the same time sometimes, and finding that organisational aspect and making sure that everything is running smoothly. So I think having an experience within that role is very, very important. Teaching itself, I do believe people often go into teaching because they have a passion to help others, and I've got a passion to help others from a passion which was shown to me when I was around your age, when I looked at one of my PE teachers. But within the job itself, I think what helps me to succeed now is, having done it for a few years, I've made mistakes and made some big mistakes. I still make mistakes, but it's important that you keep learning from those mistakes and keep improving, and most importantly that you are willing to improve, you still want to improve, and that is what is the most important attribute in anyone, that they still, no matter how old they are or how long they've been at a job, they are always looking to improve.
Okay, what motivated you to become a teacher?
Again, I think a lot of teachers do have that passion to help others. It's a job which essentially every single day you are helping hundreds of different children. 5 classes a day, 30 children. You know, it's a job where you are helping each day a number of different children at different levels, different abilities, different backgrounds, fulfil their potential, and not just for that one day. You're doing it over the course of the year and into next year and the next year. So you almost feel like a surrogate parent. You know, to see a student really, you know, kind of succeed through their teenage years, it's quite a special thing. And I remember when I first started teaching, I remember holding a piece of their work, thinking to myself, actually, I was quite proud. I was like, oh, I've taught them that. You know, it was quite a weird feeling. Gosh, they know that because of what I've done. And yeah, that's quite a special feeling. I think that you can have such a big impact on their future.
What challenges do you think the school will face because of being around an industrial estate? Because, for example, how our, I think this pitch is next to, I don't know, it's like a factory, I think it is, that blows over pieces of paper doing glue and stuff.
So, are you even at the new sites as well? Are you still talking about the new sites? What challenges will we face? Yeah. I think the challenges we'll face are that we don't have natural grass, which, you know, when we look at a school, sometimes ideal. when we're looking at sport, obviously it'd be beneficial for some sports to have grass, although we've got a very, very good 3G, 4G playing surface, which will still be able to be used for many of the sports that would normally be played on grass. In terms of being next to industrial estate, the one thing I've always felt around this area is that there's probably not as many opportunities for students to go away to local youth clubs, to other shops, to things where they can maybe socialise. You know, I don't see students leaving school and having many opportunities around the local estate to socialise. It is an industrial estate. It's not a pretty area. To kind of almost get to a place where they can socialise with each other, they have to kind of, I suppose, get bus or transport out of the area to somewhere where they can maybe have a more relaxed environment. So I'd say that the biggest challenge is not necessarily anything to do with from within the school, because within the school I think everything is very, very, very good, but it's almost when you leave school, that wide life of the school, how can we ensure that you guys are not just succeeding and enjoying your experiences within school, but that you are fully prepared before school, obviously by what goes on at home, what local facilities there are to enable you to push on your social and academic development even more. And I don't see there being as many of those facilities around this estate at the moment.
Okay, if you had complete control over the school for one day, what would you change?
Not an awful lot, Alex, I have to say. Not an awful lot. I think a lot of what we do here is very, very good. Very good. I think potentially, the only thing that would come to mind would be that I would probably have a ban on all sugary drinks, all sugary snacks, because as a PE teacher I need to support the need for eating healthily and a healthy active lifestyle. So I would probably have a ban on that across the whole school. But everything else, I have to say, I think you guys are in a very good position as students, and everything is run very well here.